So, okay. What's up, fools? Okay. The dictator is now in full display to all of you. And to think that is about the third or fourth generation come up with the masterful display of, let's say, just uh, skillful lies, skillful deception, corruption. Here's what one should do. That he's the first electronic president of the Philippines, meaning he won it by a corrupted election. And can people remember that almost 2 months ago they were having this street voting opinions? And who are you going to vote? Just the common people on the street. Who are you going to vote? And people will say, "Oh, I'll be voting for this, that, and that." And then they conditioned the minds of people and whoever watching that was a true and absolute uh, gauge that the dictator's son is going to win, which is an absolutely false pretext. Never in the whole history of voting can one be so manipulated. And to think that he won by a landslide is a big joke. There's no such thing as a lie. In choosing the lesser of several evils, he was the greatest of all the evils. Tell you why. Facebook is one of the culprits of manipulation and deception, and people are thinking that all of this advert was a subliminal indication of how they can manipulate people to vote for somebody. That's one. The second thing is the electronic thing. Do you think the algorithms were in favor of a 31 million votes for one person? Bull crap. The actual vote was only about 14 million and nothing more. They are almost tied with the second runner up, and then the rest of the group who were candidates. So there you go. The thing that he won the contest, the election, I don't think so. It was manipulated by algorithms and by the false pretexts of pretending that this street polls was the true magnitude of people voting for that guy, which is wrong. Even they also had this polls, which a questionable one, uh, something like Asians polls or something. That's not a true one. People were being conditioned, just like what his father did, because there was no electronic at that time. They they invented a film portraying his father as this magnificent savior of a nation, which is a total lie. And the problem with this lies, corruption, and all that his ancestors, as has perfected. This dictator's son has more minions and more cronies and more destructive people that can lie in your face straight up and pretend that that's the reality. I'll give you a clear example. They're trying to think that by subsidizing the price of rice, which is high, to 20, would would be forever. Subsidizing is a bullshit stopgap method by this misleading the public about what actually is happening. First of all, subsidies are only there if the government has money. If you run out of money, there goes your subsidies and the price goes up even more. Second of all, you have to solve the problem from the root. What is the root? Travel all over the Philippines and you'll see what is happening. Wasteland. The land for planting rice is not there. I mean, even if it is there, there's nobody tilling it. There's no incentive for farmers to do it. You can call them lazy, but only a small portion, maybe 1 or 2% of the rice farmers are now planting rice, and the rest of them are disillusioned because there's no support by government. And secondly, farmers are selling their lands to developers. Farmers are going abroad to have a better chance of improving their lives. So that's the case. So that's a deception. Rice subsidy to make the price lower. That's not the solution. That's as I said in one of my videos, that of course the new regime would move one step ahead, but at the same time two steps backwards. So meaning 1 step forward, 2 steps backwards. And this is the prime example of it. There are more things that can be done, and not just that. Well, anyway, there's still more I can tell you folks, and we'll tell you as the time comes. But the election is rigged, the election is false, and the results are, electronically massaged to come up with a favored candidate. Well, there you go. Okay, folks, let's go.